Good morning, this is Gracie Opuluncer and I'm all about opulent and eccentric lifestyle. You can find a lot on me on gracieopuluncer.com, menstylefashion.com, vintagestyleclothing.com, and I'm back here in Asia. And today I'm in Luang Prabang in Laos, where there is absolutely endless options of wellness, hotel stays, small boutique stays, home stays, and I just want to talk about this flower art. And this, I watched the lady put this all together this morning. She went and chose the flowers amongst this gorgeous lily pad pond tropical garden. And how many of us home could replicate this and don't do this? Stress, anxiety. I know many people experiencing in that, connecting to Mother Nature, walking on sand or on wood or in a tropical garden, picking the flowers, choosing a bucket or choosing a flower pot, or even a cement water large pot like this, and creating your own flower art. This is great for the mind, the body and the soul. Look at the meticulousness of this. It's done every morning, and then one can take photos, can just sit here and meditate. As where on earth did 2024 go? Thanking God, Jesus, for another year of experiences, whether they're good or whether they're life experiences. This year, 2024, I had a horrendous year regarding my health, and my back is still aching at the moment. I have no idea what it is, but I'm in the perfect place for restoring, healing, gratefulness of people here in Asia. I wrote an article about Asia versus Italy on customer service. The link is in my YouTube, and I just cannot believe actually the verbal abuse I've had in Italy in the last several months. I mean, it just really has hit me like a ton of bricks. And just the moment that I said verbal abuse, I had a shooting pain in my back. So I've got to now release all that, forgive all that verbal abuse. I mean, car parking, woman going off at me in Italy. My car got scratched at another car park in Italy. My car ended up breaking down. I have no car in Italy. Had to rent. I live in a gorgeous villa. DHL, GLS, UPS, BRT, Amazon, all couriers that refuse to drop off furniture, abusing me of living remotely, like the verbal abuse. IKEA in Florence, purchasing products, the verbal abuse that I got there as well, of people just not wanting to serve, customer service is disgusting in, Tuscany, over and over where it comes to IKEA or delivery courier companies. Disgusting, the verbal abuse. My money, my hard-working money, keeping them in a job, led me to go and physically drive half an hour, get my dishwasher, get them to put it in the back of my car. Reluctantly, I had to drive it back. I had to lift it with my husband up the stairs. As a result, that was with wardrobes from IKEA refusing to be delivered. Therefore, again, walking upstairs, and my back is shattered for it. The coccyx bone, the internal side of me, the feminine side, is absolutely wrecked at the moment. The agony I'm in, just had acupuncture, massages, and that is, I know that's to do with customer service in the West, and it only hits you like a ton of bricks. Never been hit by a ton of bricks, but just a slap in the face when I landed in Asia. I left Milan airport. I had Thai Airways Italian customer service yelling at me. When I say yelling at me, for not having a proper visa. I live in Asia. I know the laws. And she just wasn't having it. To then escalators that don't work. Then I had global blue tax return. No one was in the office. The abuse I got and the yelling at me at Milan airport by a police officer saying, "This isn't a tax office, we don't want to help you, go away." I mean, it's disgusting, and it only really hits me when I'm here in Asia because it's completely opposite. So my trauma clearly is held in my back. Physically setting up a villa that IKEA refused to deliver, DHL, GLS, BRT. The only one actually that delivered was Amazon, my washing machine. But even then I got abused because I tell you why. You can't deliver a washing machine with one person. So these courier companies do not pay well in Italy. There's no minimum wage. So as the customer, we get the abuse. Even though we're paying for the delivery and the product, it's called enshittification. It's a word in the dictionary now. And the West, the benefits that are people on, everyone's disgruntled, everyone's depressed, oppressed because they think they've got it bad. You need to come to Asia, where I've got 4-year-old children on the streets trying to sell bananas to live. And look at this. Today I landed I've been in Asia almost 2 weeks. Gorgeous customer service. I had an issue with booking.com. Didn't like my hotel. They were very gracious. I helped them. They helped them. In fact, he said to me that if you cancel, these were his words, my boss will kill me. I'm like, hold on. I don't want someone being killed over a booking.com. Sorted it all out. Everyone's happy. And I went that extra mile because he was so gracious. And probably I just didn't want a murder on my hand by me not happy with the hotel. So I work in the hospitality industry. It's brutal. That's another thing in Britain, United Kingdom. I read that a lot of people don't want to work in hospitality. They don't want to work also in care homes, 12-hour shifts a day. It's just too hard work. That act of giving, that act of serving, customer serving, whether it is in McDonald's, KFC, 5-star, and Italy is completely not coping with the mass tourism. I mean, the just Italians, I had it in Rome where they just didn't care, and I get it because it's just too many tourists. And now I want to talk to you about Italy. Disgusting toilets that are not cleaned. Bologna airport, Milan airport, Rome, again mass tourism not coping. Disgusting rubbish on the streets of Rome. Florence too, not coping. The lack of customer service when you're ordering a coffee. Again, Italians yelling you. And just filthy. The hygiene in Italy is second world, if not third world. The cleanest I ever saw Italy was in the pandemic, So I live in Italy, I love Italy, but I have come away absolutely destroyed by the average Italian person. Lack of customer service, lack of empathy, the hygiene on fast trains, the hygiene on trains, just they're not enough people, staff, working in Italy to cover the mass tourism, and therefore it's filthy. I mean, filthy. I come to Asia. I landed in Bangkok airport, pristine, clean, everything, efficiency, customs, everything is so clean. And here, everyone will go that extra mile. And I'm so blessed, and I thank God that I am able to have an Asian lifestyle as well. I mean, the lady I was filming her, she was okay with that. Laos, Luang Prabang, come here. I've got to put Luang Prabang on my YouTube. Pastry's better than Paris. Pastry's better than France. Coffee better than Italy, because the coffee is grown here. Cashew nuts are grown here. And the pastries, the food, the customer service. Like, why would I want to? You know, I'm going to be here for a few months. I'm going to thank God. And it's going to really reconnect me to humanity. Kindness meets kindness. Thailand, culture that bow to you. There's a lot of West rude people. I've got it on my Reddit. If you put on my Reddit, Crazy Reddit, and Sleep Naive, and you just put Reddit, Thailand, travel, the abuse I'm getting, because I'm calling out drunk Australians, drunk Brits, abusive. It's just disgusting. So here, again, just today, releasing all that trauma of being in Italy for the last 8 months, setting up a villa that took so much out of me mentally, physically. I had a growth on my tongue I came because I stayed in an Airbnb in Italy, in the sewage, through the pipes. My back is destroyed for lifting wardrobes after wardrobes, lounges to set up in Italy. That's all done. So I've got to really reflect, because my upbringing is like, get into it. It's a very Australian thing that just get on with it. Absolutely not. So just had acupuncture in Thailand by a Chinese doctor. That was amazing. Going to go back to that. Luang Prabang and the massages, they're not as trained as I would say as the Thai or the Balinese, but it's still gracious. The food's fantastic. So I'm really starting to unwind. And what a beautiful, beautiful way to do it. So my end of year message is really putting the mobile phone down when you're being served, being present when you're being served, and really acknowledge those that go out of their way to serve you. And I have to say, Italy has got brutally worse. And when I return, it'll be really interesting how I approach abusive Italians yelling at me at the Uffizi Museum. Yelling at me at the Uffizi Museum. It's cultural. What are you yelling at me? I just paid to get in here. I paid a yearly subscription. I'm here. My money is keeping you in a job. Yelling at me, the Boboli Palazzo, just incredible. And it's to do with stress of life. I totally get it. But don't abuse me if I'm not doing anything. I have to question the vibration that I'm giving out to these people. I said again today here, when the staff member said, if you cancel this booking, my boss will kill me. Like, what? I said, get your boss on the phone. Let me talk to your boss. Let me talk to booking.com. Excellent service. I have to say, though, it was due to my Twitter, and that booking responds quickly, but it was sorted. Everyone's happy. Everyone's gracious. Be grateful. I'm so grateful that I walked and stumbled on this gorgeous just flower art. Be inspired. Connect to Mother Nature. Touch the flowers. Walk the soils. Yes, they're my new Crocs. I only wear Crocs in Asia. So I bought these in Bangkok. They're called Crush. Going ballistic on my Reddit. People are loving it. I'm not a fan of Crocs, but I only wear them in Asia because they're robust, and leather shoes give me blisters. In fact, 5 pairs of shoes I bought in Italy are falling apart. Had enough. I ain't buying any fast fashion in Italy. And I'll finish you off by saying, what do you think of this? Very, very, very just simple, but it's a great tropical travel bag. Hey, enjoy your Boxing Day, a Happy New Year, sit down and reflect what you need to, who you need to forgive, what you need to let go. And also, I've written on Gracie Opulanza, my girls got pretty much nothing for Christmas, but they're getting lots of experiences so that consumerism don't end up trying to look rich when you're poor. Have a gorgeous day. Share your thoughts, engage. Let's talk about customer service wherever you are. But I can tell you one thing, in Italy, when I return, I know how I'm going to be very selective in who I give my cash to.